Cool, we're here with Crash and Burn Racing and welcome back to another video. Well, it's here, the Mach2 VTX by RaceDayQuads. This is going to be a video transmitter that's going to appeal to a very large amount of people. So let's take a look at everything it has to offer. You can get the Mach2 VTX in two different versions. You can get this one here, which is the one with the UFL connector, or you can get this one right here, which is the one that everyone's been waiting for, which is the MMCX connector. Because you can see here, it spins, it's much more durable, and as you can see here, it has a very nice snap to it, and it just pushes back in place. Some specs for this is that it does feature smart audio control via the TBS smart audio selection in your beta flight. It has pit mode, is selectable power with 25, 200, 500, 800 milliwatts. It takes 7 to 24 volts input. It has a 5 volt output that is filtered for your camera. It has a microphone. This is legal for use and sale in the US because it does not transmit on 5645, 5925, or 5945. Besides those three frequencies taken out of the E-band, it still has A, B, E, F, and R. It has a push button for power and channel changing, and an LED display. Just for a size comparison, here's some other popular VTXs. Again, the one in the middle here is the Mach1 VTX. Here's your Maytech VTX, and here's a TBS Unify Pro. To connect to your board, it's best to run LiPo voltage into right here. So here's my power and my ground. Right here, I've got my video coming out of the video out on the board, and the video in going into this board for the OSD to function correctly. Here's the ground from the camera. Here is the power going to the camera. This audio pad right here needs to be soldered to a UART. On my board it happens to be soldered to UART3. So in beta flight on UART3 it needs to be set to TBS audio. To make that change, go into beta flight, go to ports, and under peripheral select TBS Smart Audio. In order to use the Smart Audio function, you'll need to take your transmitter and center both sticks. You will yaw left, pitch forward at the same time. That will bring up your main menu, and you'll go down to features, and then you go to VTX-TR, and you make your changes here, and then you go to set, hit yes to confirm, and then you're gonna back out, get out of the menu, and then you're ready to fly. Alright, now that everything's installed, we can go ahead and do some power tests. Here's the setup that I'll be doing to get some airflow over the transmitter here. So to do the readings, I'm going to use the Immersion RC RF power meter here. And first I want to say that reading power on VTXs is a very tricky thing. It's very dependable on the temperature of the VTX. And there's actually quite a bit of questions out there to whether this is that accurate or not. So please take all these readings with a grain of salt. It really can't tell you, at least in my opinion, if a VTX is either great or not. I mean, you really need to look at the performance, real world performance to determine that. So anyway, real quick here, I'm going to plug this in. You can see it reads 0. And here it's telling me I'm running about 750. And if we leave this on for just a little bit, you'll see it start to go down here a little bit. See, there our power starting to switch a little bit, and I do not have the fan on right now to keep some airflow over this. And I'm not going to show you every single frequency either because that would be a very long video and the air going this would be loud. So I'm just going to go ahead and get average readings on the race band between all the power settings, and I'll bring them up right here. Here's the average output for all 4 power settings on race band, and the ambient room temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Overall, the average output is very close to the 25 and 500 milliwatt settings, with the 200 milliwatt power setting being a bit high and the 800 milliwatt setting being a bit low. If you want maximum power output, I would recommend using R1 as it gave me an output rating of 806 milliwatts. The real test is real world usage, so I ran this VTX in all power settings. On the bottom right is the long range test where I go out to about 400 meters, but I had to turn back due to the limitation of my transmitter. But if one had a long range setup, they could go much further than that. In the top left, I'm flying around 100 meters of myself, and the video was very good for me standing between several buildings. This VTX also records audio, so here's a quick sample of the audio from the 25 milliwatt test. That wraps up this review of the Mach2 VTX by RaceDayQuads. It performed really well for me, and I think it's another solid option for everyone out there. If you have any questions about this VTX, please post them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And there will be a link provided below where you can purchase your own. And while you're all here, I want to announce that I do finally have my website up where you can find this, and soon, hopefully, by the time this video comes out, this 2-inch quad right here. This is a 3-inch frame and a 2-inch frame that I designed. And I just didn't start designing these yesterday. I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and this is just a prototype frame that you've seen a lot of videos that I designed. And this 3-inch frame here has replaceable arms, and this 2-inch actually has replaceable arms too. So if you're interested in these, check out my website below where you can see the final version of these. I'm Corey with Crash and Burn Racing, and thank you for watching.